Hello everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about maternity leave, and I first just want to start by acknowledging the fact that here in Canada we're so lucky to have the maternity leave options and paternity leave options that we do have. Starting right now, well, a little couple months ago I guess, we have 12 months or 18-month options. And if you read the whole blog post, I get into that, but I really just wanted to tell you about my experience of going on maternity leave the first time and kind of more about how I felt about it than the technical parts about it. So I always kind of considered my job as my baby, and for some of you moms out there, you may not really have that feeling towards your job. It might just be like a 9 to 5, or it might just be something that you wake up and you do in the morning. But I've always felt really passionate about my job and the work that I do, and being able to help people in our community and grow the economy into something that it really can be here in northern New Brunswick. So leaving that was really stressful for me, to the point where I put off telling people at work that I was pregnant until I think I was 18 or 19 weeks pregnant, and luckily I didn't show early the first time, so I had the ability to do that. But I was just so scared of what they were going to think. I mean, I put my heart and soul into working there for, I think 9 years at the time. And I was just so scared about going on maternity leave. And in the end, the response that I got was kind of the response that I needed at the time. The response I got was, "Oh, Jenna, you're leaving? Really? Like, do you have to, or can you just go for like part of the leave or not take the full year?" And that's really not the right response for employers to give you, but at the time that's really what I needed to hear. I didn't want them to say, "Oh, that's great, Jenna, have a great 12 months and we'll see you later, everything will be fine without you." So it kind of worked out for me because I really needed to feel that they were going to miss me and that they needed me to be there. So the response, like I said, it worked for me. And I struggled with it for a little while because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to take a full year off. I didn't know if I wanted to take 6 months off. So I kind of came to the conclusion that I was going to take 4 months. Now, in hindsight, that was, probably a really stupid decision, or, I'm not really sure why I thought of 4 months. To me, it just seemed like more than 2 and less than 6, so 4. But about a month or two before I actually had little dude, I decided that I was going to take the full year. And I struggled with that as well, because then I kind of had to relive that decision all over again and decide, how I felt about it, and if I thought that was the best decision for me, or if I was just doing that because that's what social norms were telling me that I should do since the leave was available to me. But in the end, my experience is that I'm so thankful that I took the year off. Had I not, I really don't think that I would have the relationship with little dude that I have today. I didn't struggle with postpartum depression in the sense, or the extreme sense, that some people do, and I'm very thankful for that. But I most certainly had the baby blues of some kind, or, I don't know if depression is really the right way to describe it, but I wasn't myself, and I wasn't myself for a really good period of time. And really, it was the 4-month mark after having him that I started to feel better. And 4 months is kind of a weird timing, but 4 months after having him, he started doing things like sit up. So he sat by himself kind of early, and I'm really thankful that he did. But that was a huge thing for me, that I was like, oh, he's this little human that is doing more than eating and sleeping and pooping all the time. And so that was really a huge thing. And he was also born at the end of October, so it started getting dark really early. And 4 months after he was born, it started being lighter longer and things like that. So this time around, that was actually one of my biggest fears, is I didn't want to have another fall baby, for fear of basically being home in the dark all the time as you can see right now, it's light out and I'm 36 weeks pregnant. So thankfully that timing also kind of worked out as well. So since it took 4 months after having him to kind of feel more like myself and to start feeling, I guess, more motherly to a certain degree, then from 4 to 6 months, I kind of started enjoying the fact that I was with him and I wasn't trying to like come up with all new business opportunities or come up with a new strategy of how I could be more entrepreneurial at home. And I just started to try to think about why I was at home, enjoying the time that I have, and really trying to be thankful for being blessed with that time, as opposed to my mom who had to go back to work after 2 or 3 months of having me, based on what maternity leave and paternity leave was at the time. And the same for all my US friends and counterparts. They don't have a full year to be able to take. So I was really trying to be thankful for that opportunity. And after 6 months, then it was May, and so it started to becoming summer and lighter, and really that 6 months to a year period is where I feel that I kind of flourished, I guess, or I enjoyed having him. I enjoyed going for walks, I enjoyed getting out and doing things, and I started exploring more and traveling with him and just doing all the things that you can do when you're on maternity leave, that now looking back, I realize when you go back to work, you can't do, you can't play board games all day, or you can't just lay around the house and watch a movie or whatnot. That, life gets so busy. So taking advantage of that leave was, probably the best thing that I ever did. And, it kind of makes me a little emotional to talk about it, because I feel like for the first 4 months, I just wanted to go back to work. I wanted to just do anything other than be here with him, which is kind of hard to say, and kind of, I know people will judge me for it, but at the same time, that's really how I felt. So this time around, I'm thankful that I had that first experience, and I'm better prepared to know that I'm gonna be hormonal, I'm gonna be a little bit crazy, but in the end, I know that I have that full year, and now the option to even have more than a year if I want, based on the new changes in EI and maternity and paternity leave in Canada, to take advantage of this once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, when else are you going to be home with your kids for that extended period of time, unless you're a stay-at-home mom? And being a stay-at-home mom is probably the hardest job in the world. I mean, I was so happy to be home, but at the same time, being a stay-at-home mom really, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, my mom did it since I was 3, and the amount of things that she was responsible for in our lives and the amount of things that she had to do, I mean, it's overwhelming to me. Really going to an office setting or going to do that is something that I don't know, stay-at-home moms they're amazing to me. So that's not like a vacation option for anybody to choose to do. So yeah, in the end, that was my experience. I planned for 4 months, then 6, and then I ended up taking the full year, and I'm so thankful that I did. I'm so thankful to be Canadian and live in Canada and have these opportunities to take this time to spend time with our kids and really enjoy them for what's probably the most important time of their lives. So thanks so much for watching. All the technical information that I can find about the questions that I had about maternity leave this time around are below, so please take a look and take advantage of this time with your kids.